Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session. I'm here to share with you how you can easily transition to NGO jobs, securing a job even if it is your first time or you're a beginner trying to set foot in these NGOs, humanitarian, international kind of jobs. So I'm really excited that you're here with me. So, what I would ask you to do, two things before we get started. Just like this conversation, share it with your friends on different social media group, Facebook, LinkedIn, wherever you're in. And also let me know in the comments that you can see me, you can hear me, and we are good to go. Is that okay? So let me know also where you're joining us from. What is your expectation for today's session? Then I will dive straight into today's training. I'm really excited to come and share with you. And this is the my core message, or I want to share with you that today, I'll share with you how do you transition to secure a job in this space of UN NGO jobs, even if you're a beginner, and you can be sure that you will have invested your 45 minutes, 30 minutes the right way. So we are good to go. Let me know in the chat as we proceed. And I'd like sometimes to start with something a bit inspirational. And I came across this quote that says, sometimes when you are in a dark place, you think that you have been buried, but you have actually been planted. You might have tried this several times and it hasn't gone through, and you are feeling discouraged. You're feeling as if you're in that dark place, you are buried. But the good thing is, no experience is wasted throughout our lives. So don't feel as if you are buried. You are being planted. And when you're planted, you will grow and you will be able to do even much bigger things thereafter. So hopefully that is an encouragement as we start today's session. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions. Over the last 12, 13 years, I've been blessed to get to get the experience working as a career coach and a career advisor. In addition to that, I'm a digital marketer certified by Google. I have been able to, I'm a member of different groups, but I'm a very proud member of the League of Young Professionals. I also want to say I've written several books that are out there. You can be able to check them out. Conquer the year ahead, make the next 12 months make the next 12 months your best year ever. Yeah. I know we are getting to that halfway through the year. You can really analyze and ask yourself, what have I been doing with my life for the last 6 months? Am I moving towards my goal? There's the ultimate cover letter guide, 101 sample cover letters for any profession. Also, other book, How to Quit Your Banking Job and Transition to NGOs and UN Jobs. And also the fourth book, Career Change, From Being Stuck to Soaring, Pursuing New Career Horizon. This is a strategic approach to career transition. So you don't just do it haphazardly. You can get this book for free. If you need it, just let me know. I can share with you a link where you can get these books 100% for free. Our mission here at Career Point Solutions is to make people employable and to increase their earning potential. And that is why we do run sessions like this. By the end of this session, I can assure you, you will become more employable in this NGO sector. And if you happen to get a job there, you will have increased your earning potential. No doubt about that. So before I go to step number one, are we good to go? I want to go straight. So just give me some feedback. If you're ready, are you ready to go? Let me know. Just say yes or give me some thumbs up. You can see me, you can hear me. Everything is okay. At least if I get some feedback, it will be good. If you can also let me know where you're joining us from, I'll be happy to see that there. Yeah, I can see a good number of us are following on Facebook. Others are following us on YouTube. Unfortunately, today we have not been able to stream on LinkedIn. Some technical difficulties, but it's okay. Oh, my number one supporter, Bosibori. Yeah, thank you for joining. Thank you for the thumbs up and showing us that you're ready. So let's go through the process. And there are like 5 steps. Step number 1 is to understand how NGOs work. You know, sometimes I get people telling me I did sales and marketing, or I have experience in customer service. Can I really get a job in with these NGOs? And I say yes, but you need to understand how do they work and how can you position yourself for these jobs. Yeah, just like any other business, these NGOs, they have these different departments. They have accounting, management, fundraising, operations, marketing, logistics, legal, product development, human relations, business development, all this. So irrespective of whichever role or whichever course you have done, or whichever kind of experience you have, it is still very, very relevant in this space. And the reason why I'm saying so, I want you to take a look at this. I just took a screenshot on UN careers, and you can see they have different career categories. Yeah, staff categories. They have professional and higher category, they have general service and related, national professionals, field service, senior uh, appointment. So when you read through, you understand, okay, probably for me, if I want to get into the UN, I fall under the professional and higher category. I also looked at how they have different programs. They have the professional and higher category, they have language professionals, they have a program called Young Professionals Program, there's Junior Professional Officer Program, Field Service category, there's professional, National Professional Officers, General Service and related, consultants and individual contractors, internship program, they have volunteering program, they have temporary jobs and senior appointment. So if you can be able to expand on all of them, so it's up to you to ask yourself, what are these really different areas that you in? Where can I fit in with my experience? So you're just doing some exploration in that area. This is Save the Children. And as you can see right here, you can see the different departments they have: advocacy, campaigns and policy, business support, business transformation, finance, funding, human resource, monitoring and evaluation, accountability and learning, program operations, program development and quality, security, supply chain. Where do you fit in? So this is a good place for you to start. Just check any NGO that you are interested in. I also looked at World Vision. They have different areas. There's advocacy, child participation, children protection, child rights and equality, clean water, climate, disaster management, economic development, education. You know, most of the time teachers ask me, can I really get a job with an NGO? I've been a teacher all my life. Yeah, you can see there's already a department for education. There's emergency, faith and development, pastors, imams, people who are in the line of faith. They can still be able to get a footing in World Vision, food assistance, health, nutrition, peace building. So there are so many departments, and you just need to ask yourself which one fits me, right? Once you have done a bit of exploration to understand what is it, what kind of opportunities are there, then you come back to yourself and ask this step number 2. What do I really want? Is it just a job that pays me well? Is it just the title to show that I am on, I have a job with the UN or World Vision or an NGO? What do you really want? Thank you very much. I can see Severin saying they're ready. I like this. So give me feedback. Kevin Ogega, welcome back. Great to see you right there. So when you're trying to figure out what you want, these are some of the questions that you should be asking. Ask yourself, yeah, what do you want to achieve in terms of your career? What do you want to end up at the helm and say, this is what I have achieved? Remember also, NGOs and humanitarian jobs are about helping others. So you can ask yourself, what are you really passionate about? Yeah, there's humanity work. What are you passionate about? Is it children? Is it animals? Is it the elderly? What really excites you? These are some of the self-reflection questions you should ask. Also, at the core, what kind of impact would you want to see in the world? Yeah, that's a good question also to ask yourself. What would you like to spend your life doing? If you were to get that job and you're to do it until you retire or even post-retirement, what would you be happy doing? So these are a bit of some self-reflection questions that you need to sit down and find answers to, and take time to understand what motivates you and what will give you job satisfaction. Because let me even come close and tell you, it is not the job title that will give you the job satisfaction. It is not even sometimes the money that you'll be paid, because I have seen people who are in a very big position, they're being paid a lot, but they are not really happy, they are not motivated. It's not about the income. So take time to really understand what motivates you and what will give you job satisfaction. And once you're done doing that, like self-reflection, you can now start looking outside for this kind of opportunities. Remember, as I said, NGOs work with children. Maybe you're passionate about children, refugees. Maybe you're really passionate about education or girl child education. Maybe the environment. There's girls and women, vulnerable groups, victims of war, animals. Yeah, there are NGOs which are really dedicated to animals, maybe farm animals, maybe pets, different. Yeah. Is it people with disabilities? Is it elderly people? So take time to really figure out what is passionate you're passionate about. So these are just some ideas that I'm trying to share with you. Once you've done a bit of the self-reflection, so you already know how they operate, you have already figured out what really motivates you and what you want to do, then the next step is find out what you have versus what is needed, because that is also the most important thing. You might have some skills, you might have some experience, you might have some qualifications. Then ask yourself, what is it that it's really needed in the marketplace? What is needed? And this is what I mean. Yeah. This what you have. Do some skills assessment. Ask yourself, what skills do I have? Both hard skills and soft skills do I have? Yeah. What are my strengths and what are my weaknesses? What are areas that if I given a role, I would really thrive in because that is my area of strength? And when I am given a certain area, this is where I really struggle with. This is my weakness. So you try to really avoid it or delegate it or totally get rid of it. What are the kind of experiences that I have? And you see, when I talk about experience, it does not necessarily mean that you are employed and you're doing that role. Yes, there's what we call formal experience, but most people really don't take time to reflect on what their informal experience is. Have you gone through a certain challenge? Have you volunteered in an organization? Have you helped other people maybe go through a certain challenge? Think about someone with disability, and then that experience really charged you to be passionate about that area, and you are like an advocate. You do advocacy work in that area. So think about both formal and informal experience, and you will get to learn so much about yourself in that area. Then you need to ask yourself what is needed in terms of what are the skills that these organizations are looking for, what are the competencies, what are the qualification and experience. And you can easily do that by just checking job that has been advertised. Like previously we had advertised a job for an administrative assistant, G5 at UN. You would go, even if it is a past job, it might be a current job or an old job, just look at what are the qualifications they're asking for. Do I have that? What are the kind of experiences or kind of competencies they have, they are looking for? So these are just reflections so that you can really get to know if there's a gap between what they are looking for and what you have. Once you know what you have, the other thing is, how do you communicate your value? Because you might be having what they're looking for, but the next level is, are the others or the person who is reading through your application able to really decipher that you are bringing this value to our organization? This is what you are capable of doing. Remember, you're able to communicate your value through the following documents: a professional CV, which you use when you're doing your application; a cover letter, which is a customized application letter for a specific job, showing them why you are the ideal candidate and the best fit for that role; your LinkedIn profile, how does it look when people learn on it; and if you are invited for an interview, how do you communicate? How do you answer questions? How are you able to help them connect the dots in terms of showcasing your value and experience? So This is important for you to think about, because you might be having the experience, you might be having the qualifications, but whenever you're sending your application, it is not going anywhere because you are not able to communicate. Probably you are just having facts and figures in this document. So one of the service that we do offer is professional CV writing, which if you go for the basic package, you will get a professional CV and sample cover letters in your field. If you go for the standard, you will get professional CV, cover letter, and LinkedIn profile guide. And if you go for the advanced package, which ranges between 3,000 to 6,000 Kenya shillings, will go for about uh, you get professional CV, sample cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. So if you would want to submit your CV for a pre-review, just feel free to, let me get the, yes, that one. Just go to careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. Just submit your CV, we'll take a look at it, then we can be able to advise you what needs to be done. And if you would want us to write the professional CV for you, we'll tell you like this is how much it will cost exactly. Yeah. So step number 4. Now that you have identified this is what I am good at, this is what they are looking for, these are the kind of skills that I have, these are the kind of skills they are looking for, I have these experiences, this is what they are looking for, then the next step is to get the most valuable skills. Because I can tell you the biggest divide between people who get these jobs in the United Nations NGOs, it is having the right skills. And I can tell you without a shadow of doubt that the most basic skills they are looking for would be project management, project monitoring and evaluation, strategic management and leadership, or fundraising and resource mobilization. And that is one of the reasons that we do offer these courses here at Career Point Solutions, because we know once you have these kind of skills, then you are in your way to getting into this market straight away. We do offer them, and we have an offer on it whereby if you sign up for the course, one course would go for 24,999, which you can also pay in 3 installments of 9,999. And that means you will get one of these professional course, either project management, project monitor evaluation, strategic management and leadership, or fundraising and resource mobilization. And on top of that, we will offer you professional CV writing, the sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. So you don't need to pay. If you had paid for the CV and all that, you can just up it up, just pay the difference and get one of these certification. If you're not in Kenya, the cost is 249 US dollars. You can pay use a credit card, PayPal, or you can pay 3 installments of $99. Good. How valuable are these certifications? Take a look at this email. This is actually an email I got from Cheriot John. And what she's saying here, let me try and even bring it closer. Hopefully, I'll not cover it. Oh, I think I'm covering a little bit. Or I can just disappear completely. Yeah, down there, you can see it says, "Hello, Daniel. I can't thank you enough for your prompt reply. You saved the interview. I am very glad to let you know I got the job as a finance and administrative assistant. I will be reporting on 16th January. Thank you so much." So you can see this is the beginning of this year. A lady who did some courses with us, I was actually sending her certificates. You can see I did project management monitor evaluation back in 2021. She was asking for the certificate. I sent the certificate, and that is what rescued her, and she got that job in an NGO. The beginning of this year. Yeah. So that is how valuable this kind of certification would be. The other thing I would want to say, once you have been able to get the certification, getting the skills, then the next thing is to get experience. And as I said earlier, you don't necessarily need to wait until you get formal experience, or being employed is not the only way to get the experience. You can be able to get experience through volunteering. And when I talk about volunteering, it does not mean that again it is full time. You can just even volunteer 2 hours a week, yeah, and have it in your resume that you are volunteering in this NGO, in this organization, in this community based, and be there delivering some value in terms of your expertise. Maybe you are an accountant, you just go there and help them with their finance bit over the weekends or on Tuesdays between 4 and 5. It can be arranged in any way. Yeah. And you can be surprised how much experience you can be able to get just from volunteering. By far, the most common method of gaining suitable experience for working in NGOs is by simply volunteering for one. That is where it starts. Now, this is just a picture of me. I tried to look for a picture back when I was starting, yeah. And just to remind you that when I was starting off my career, I personally, let me even just bring it closer here. I volunteered in a children's home, I think for about 3 months. And that was the opportunity, that experience is what helped me get my first job. And I was not doing it full time. I just went to that children's home and I told them, I have done this and this. I can come help you teach the students. And they were different ages. I told them I can teach science, I can teach maths, but I can't come every day. They gave me their timetable. I looked at it and I said, on Wednesday, at this time, on Thursday, at this time, I'll be coming in, teaching, engaging with the kids, and then we call it a day. That is what opened up the doors for my first job, because I started my first job as a teacher and it progressed to the point where I'm at. And even this teaching and training is what I have learned in the education space. So I can tell you there's a lot of value in you volunteering. And that is where I started, and it has gotten me here. It doesn't need to be full time. NGOs are always looking for volunteers, eager to learn and who are committed to their work. UN themselves, they have a whole program called the UN Volunteers. You can check up their website, unv.org, apply for the volunteering either online or physically or virtually. They do have those programs. Look at Save the Children. They have their volunteer program. You can check on their website, sign up, and say, this is how I'm able to volunteer. And there are so many other ways to volunteer. Yeah. Is that okay? So I can see there's a question here. Before I'll come to the question, yeah. Bosibori, thank you. But I just wanted to say we have a community on WhatsApp where you can be able to get to know more about these programs, where people share the volunteering opportunity or even other jobs. So if you want to join, just drop me a text, say you want to join the program. So let me get the number. Say, want to follow up, join the WhatsApp group. That is the number that you can text on WhatsApp, and then we will be able to add you onto the group. If you have already done the CV, you can upgrade and go to the Career Jumpstart Coaching Program, which is really out there for people who would want to get to the next level in their career, where I'm able to do the coaching. But for today, I have a very special offer for you guys. This is for someone who says that they want to really get the skills that they want for. If you want to get the certification, there's an offer which is sign up for one and get one absolutely free. So if you are able to make at least the first deposit of 9,991, 9,999, you will be able to get two of the certifications: professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. This is for you guys who are here live. You can pay through M-Pesa. The till number is 515715732. Yes. And then you can let me know. If you are international, just make the first deposit of 99.99 US dollars. You can just drop me an email and I'll send you a link on how you can be able to make the payment. These are the 4 certifications that we are offering, and you can pick one and get another one absolutely free. So let me put the till number right here, and then I can be able to answer any questions. You can sign up for one course and get the other one absolutely free. Do the skills you have just listed also apply to someone seeking an entry-level job, or are they considered as added advantage during job application? Do the skills you have just listed apply for anyone not at an entry level job. You see, I get your question. Hopefully, I got it correct. You see, with this kind of courses, you might be applying for a job to get in as an accountant. However, just because you have a certification in project management, and most of the programs that are done in NGOs are in form of project, then you have a higher advantage than someone who has just done the accounting bit. So it's not only for entry level, but also someone who has experience. You can be able to use these skills to position yourself differently in that space of NGO jobs. You might have done a course in, let's say, medicine or IT, but because you know monitoring and evaluation, then that becomes an added advantage. So it's not only for people who are doing entry level jobs, but also someone with experience. Thank you, Rhoda. I can see you're saying you're ready. I really appreciate that. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop that in the comments below. This is just an example of the value that you get when you join the courses and the coaching. So this is one of email that I got from this lady called Lucy, and she said, "Dear Daniel, I cannot be grateful enough for the Badass Pro training. These are coaching programs that I have, yeah, that came with a professionally made CV and sample cover letters. In a span of 2 months, I have managed to get 4 interviews from very reputable international NGOs such as ILRI, One Acre, among others. With my new CV and cover letter samples that I customized to suit various jobs, I I am now confident to apply for jobs in the UN agencies and honestly, I am hopeful and confident that that is my next employer. For quite a while, for quite for quite a long, I hadn't been receiving interview in receiving interview invitations. This is no longer the case. Thanks a lot, and God bless you for the good work and always being ready to help. So you can see, getting into the Badass Pro coaching program, doing some of the courses, getting the CV started opening up doors for him. So that this is your opportunity that I want to invite you to get into this coaching program, or not even the coaching program, the certification. Sign up for one and get one absolutely free. So what if you can be able to make the payment when we are here live, well and good. If not, if you pay today, I'll give you an opportunity. Tomorrow morning, we'll be able to sign you up for 2 of your favorite courses. So you get the 2 professional certification course, you get professional CV writing, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and interview coaching. If you had paid any amount previously, maybe for CV like 2,000 or 3,000, just pay the difference. Yeah. I will add it up on that so that you don't pay for these services. You get them absolutely free as a bonus because you have signed up for these courses. Is that okay? Good. I can see you saying you noted. I can see another question here. What if we are applying for a job, but the website only has information about the director and not HR? How do we address our interest letter? I'm not so sure. So when you're doing your your research about the organization, of course, you go to the company itself. And if they're just talking, maybe it's about them and they're talking about the directors, there are other places you can be able to try and find to get more information on what they do. Because when you want to draft that interest letter, you want to align it with what they do. Probably check their LinkedIn page, check other pages, maybe on Facebook or on Instagram or other review sites where they talk about the work they do. Don't focus on uh, maybe the website, because sometimes the website is so egocentric. It's all about this organization, all about us, our contactors page, our directors, our clients, and it does not give you much information. But what other areas can you get information about them? Is that okay? Good. So yeah, I think that is it. Next time, not next week, but next time, we'll have a session where we'll be talking about how to avoid your CV being trashed, where I'll go into details on how do you write a professional CV. So that will be a session that you should be looking forward to. So if you have any question, let me know. Drop it in the chat. I'll take a few minutes to answer the questions, and if not, then we will be able to call it a day. I also want to invite you, and maybe if you don't have any question, just drop in the comment. Yeah, what would you say is something that you have learned today? What is it that you would say, I haven't wasted my last 30 minutes or so? There's something of value. What have you learned? I'll be very happy to note that in the chat. If you want us to have a conversation in terms of how you can be able to join the community on WhatsApp, this is my number. You can call me or WhatsApp me so that you can be able to get to know what is happening in the community. We can help you join the community, get to know what are the opportunities that are there. They are usually posted by different people and other organizations, and also our organization. So feel free to text it right there. Let me know what you have learned, and also let me know if you have any question. You want to make the payment right away? The till number, just go to M-Pesa, buy goods and services. The till number is 715732. Susanna, you're saying thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Any question, I'll give it a minute or so, and if there will be no question, I think we can close it for today. And I'm happy that you have been able to take your time to watch this. If you're watching the replay, we still value your feedback. Feel free to drop in the comments what you have learned, because I actually go through all the comments. If you're watching us on YouTube, also I want to remind you, please subscribe to the channel. That is one way that you can support me to be able to bring you these free trainings every other week. Yeah, we try to keep it every Thursday. I have a commitment tomorrow. That is why we are doing it today on Wednesday. But every other Thursday, we try to bring this free training. So by subscribing, you are supporting me. I think I can't see any questions. I think I've been able to answer all that. I really appreciate. And until next time, I'm out.